Well, Declan Rice entering crucial days. It's Fabrizio Romano confirming to this, and you should take his information with a sack of salt because he promised us that this week is going to be so much crucial into the deal of Declan Rice, and obviously a bid coming through, and here we come with what we call more crucial days of Declan Rice deal or transfer to Arsenal. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? How is your Sunday? I hope you guys are really having a fantastic Sunday morning, and we're here doing the needful to bring you the latest news and information as far as your transfer news are really concerned. We are coming in with what we call the transfer news show, and we are talking Declan Rice, we are talking Eden Hazard, and we are talking Kulusevski in there for you. So keep it this channel, guys. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, or you've always been watching us, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. How do we subscribe? How do we subscribe to this channel? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time Rokani David or RD uploads a video onto this channel. And before I get into the information of Declan Rice, Eden Hazard and Kulusevski, do the needful. Do the needful. Go on Twitter, search for Rokani Media Football at Rokani Media FB, or you can go into the description box below. There is the link of this Twitter handle I'm telling you about. More news, you get it that side, and even sometimes before you break it here, we first post it on your Twitter handle. If at all you feel like you want to be very much informed on the latest news and information, go onto that side, because very many tweets we put up there on a daily that we cannot come here and broadcast because we don't have a lot of space to really do that. Now, let's do Declan Rice. Fabrizio Romano coming in through with a very big hint about the Declan Rice story. He also does that Declan Rice deal entering into crucial days. Arsenal want to be fast to avoid surprises. New bid to be submitted to be discussed after £80 million deal was rejected. Personal terms almost agreed. Understand Man City asked again for status of Rice deal on Friday, waiting for Gundogan decision. Now, this is where things are getting interesting. Crucial days ahead of Rice's transfer to Arsenal. Trust me, Arsenal look like they are best students of their past mistakes. When you look at how they missed out onto Mukalo Modric, it's because of them not obviously putting in attractive incentives that would have gone ahead to see this deal done early enough. Secondly, if Arsenal made its Mukalo Modric complete bid of 100 million euros around December, towards 31st, I think that deal would have gone ahead to go in favor of Arsenal, and there was no way Chelsea would have come in through to hijack that deal. But Arsenal first made their bid on the 31st of December 2022. It was worth 65 million euros, 55 million euros upfront fee, and 10 million euros of add-ons. That bid was rejected. A week later, Arsenal made the second bid, mounting up to 75 million euros. 65 million euros upfront fee and 10 million euros of add-ons. 3 days later, Arsenal made another bid of 90 million euros. And in the fourth week, that's when they made the exact bid that Shakhtar Donetsk wanted, and by the time Chelsea had already come in through to hijack that deal. So, looks like, having put in the first bid and got rejected, Arsenal want to put in what we call a solid, and undeniable second bid for Declan Rice that is not going to give Man City a chance. They know the longer they move on, and not get this deal out of the way, the more Man City comes in through. And even if it's not Man City alone, other teams might come in through and sweep in, So, Arsenal are learning from their mistakes. That's why we are entering crucial days. As Fabrizio told us that this week that you are accomplishing today is really going to be so much pivotal onto the first step of Arsenal towards signing Declan Rice, and it happened then. Crucial days are really anticipative over this Declan Rice deal, as Arsenal want to make a second bid for Declan Rice. And what is West Ham saying? West Ham is telling Arsenal that get us a bid of 100 to 120 million pounds, right? But to give you the exact price or accept the best bid, it depends on how much on the guaranteed fees or upfront fees you're offering to us. Now, if Arsenal can tell West Ham, we are buying Declan Rice at 100 million pounds and we are giving you 90 million pounds upfront, add-ons of 10 million pounds, West Ham will go in. If Arsenal tell them that we are giving you 80 million pounds of upfront, and 20 million pounds of add-ons, they'll tell them no, make the add-ons to 30. The deal will continue to extend. The more Arsenal makes or keeps a very big gap between the upfront fees and the add-on. So it's up to Arsenal to sit down, make a very good bid, especially when it comes to add-ons, because West Ham denied the first bid of Arsenal, indicating that, or giving a reason that the add-ons that Arsenal included into this move were really unrealistic. They are referred to as unachievable. So Arsenal needs to go all out and make things that are really achievable by the team of West Ham. But Fabricius gonna hate to hint on Man City, something that you shouldn't really opt your eye from. That City asked again for the status of Declan Rice on Friday. Now, why is City asking on the Declan Rice situation? One, they want to sign this player. Having won the Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, City can spend close to 400 million pounds this summer. And if I told you here them going for Vadio, that is like 80 million pounds. If they can sign Declan Rice at 100 million pounds and get in Kovacic at like 30, that is like 210 million pounds. That is City. So they're inquiring about the Declan Rice situation, and you really understand why they are doing this, because they don't want Arsenal to get this player. They know the quality of the player and how much he's going to improve that side of Arsenal, and that's why that's why Pep Guardiola wants to hijack this deal. And secondly, don't forget that these two were so much together that they have the taste of almost the same players. That's why you see to it that it was easy for Mikel Arteta to go in and sign Jesus and Zinchenko from Man City. He's vying for the signature of Ika Gundogan and Joao Cancelo from Man City. That is Pep Guardiola. And the likes of the Yuri Tielemans, James Maddison, Hussein Aouar, Lucas Paqueta, which other player? So there are very many players that you've been seeing linked to Arsenal, and Man City has been linked to them too, because he knew exactly what Man City was discussing to the boardroom, on the players they needed and the scouts. And he's obviously talking to the scouts of Man City. I think they're in touch, and because there's certain players these scouts offer to Man City and Man City say no, and then Arteta will ask them, do you have a certain player that is really good? And then they'll offer him those. Look at Lavia. Lavia has been at Man City, and Arteta is an admirer of Lavia. So they have the same taste of players. That's why you should eat that they might collide a lot into this season. So as it stands, we are into crucial days, of the of Declan Rice deal to Arsenal, and let's wait and see where this is unfolding from, because it's really something important to know that these deals are really happening as up, and Arsenal need to act fast to get these deals out of the way, and they're trying to do what we call a double dealing to see to it that they land two signings next week. That is Declan Rice and Kai Havertz. That is it, coming in from Fabrizio Romano. Now, let's go to this man that I loved a lot. Humiliated almost every defender in the Prem, but when he went to the La Liga, he fell off totally. And it shows you how things really changed in a nick of time. And that is Eden Hazard. And the L'Equipe from France is reporting that Eden Hazard is considering retiring. Only an offer in MLS could make him change his mind after returning from vacation, or even a final season in Belgium. That is Eden Hazard. He's a kind of player that he was good for the eye. He took very many fans off their seats, even those opposition fans, because he deserved standing ovations in certain games, and they're given to him because he humiliated the opponents of Chelsea at a very elite level. But trying to retire at the age of 32, it's really unacceptable in the game of football. You know, the injuries that are going to hit to affect his career at Real Madrid are really immense. He's this kind of player. They signed to replace Cristiano Ronaldo in 2018 when Ronaldo left for Juventus, and they bought him at a very huge amount of money from Chelsea, to show you that Madrid were so much anticipative of what they're going to get from this player. They offered him a contract of £410,000 a week. That is Eden Hazard, but he has never played any good game for Real Madrid, and that's why he was referred to as a flop. And him terminating his contract with Real Madrid was really costly, and he really lost half of his salary, and they just paid him half of the remaining contract that got terminated. So it shows you how hard it was for him, and he once had a brawl in between him and Ancelotti, the manager of Real Madrid. But Ancelotti came out and told the media, I don't pick players because they are bought expensively. I pick players on merit. So they've been having a very bad time at Madrid, but he enjoyed to stay at Real Madrid, you know, as Eden Hazard, although he was not playing the game of football. Why? He was earning £410,000 a week, and secondly, he was playing at one of the most famous clubs in the world, and he was not bothered. And what baffles me is, when Madrid had not yet terminated his contract, he was not thinking of retirement. But after the contract got terminated, he's thinking of retirement. And this is where I ask myself, where are these Saudi teams at? You know, throw some good money at Eden Hazard. I think he still has some good years in him, you know. If at all he can really find himself that he works out a lot, because there is his team that he used to play with at Chelsea said Eden Hazard was not this kind of player who used to work out a lot in training, but he came up and really looked perfect during the match days. That is Eden Hazard for you. So I wouldn't like to see him retire, but he looks totally off. A lot of weight on him. He can no longer move as he used to move. He's not swift as he used to be. So he's really one of those players that we highly anticipated for to really make the world move, but they couldn't. Those players that we expect that could at least put an end to the era of Messi and Ronaldo, but they couldn't. So let's wait and see what happens for him, but it's only a move to the MLS that can really see him not retire from the game of football. And when you look at him at Real Madrid, his career has been absolutely abysmal, and his stats are as follows. In the La Liga, in the season of 2019-2020, played 16 goals. He played 16 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. 2020-2021, 14 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. 2021-2022, 18 matches, 0 goals and 1 assist. 2022-2023, he played 6 La Liga games, 0 goals and 1 assist. So, in the UEFA Champions League, so that shows that in the previous 4 seasons at at Real Madrid, he scored only 4 goals and put up 7 assists. Moreover, those are 4 years, you know, he scored only 4 goals in the La Liga. Very much shameful. UEFA Champions League, 2019-2020, 6 games, 0 goals. 2020-2021, 5 games, 1 goal, 0 assists. 2021-2022, 3 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. And in 2022-2023, he played 3 matches in the Champions League. He scored 1 goal and put in 0 assists. But that is Eden Hazard for you, and obviously has found himself in a situation of having to really think of retirement because of the final bend of his career being so much toxic, you know, and it's a bizarre for him to really end that way. Lastly, let's discuss about Kulusevski. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that documents signed, deal completed. Dujan Kulusevski becomes Spurs player on a permanent deal from Juve at 30 million euros. Spurs got 5 million euros discount on the initial 35 million euro clause, by option, but will pay the fees in less installments. Kulusevski now under contract at Spurs until 2028. Good deal. if you can get a player like that at the age of 21, and he came in the Premier League and really hit the ground running, especially in the winter of 2022, because that's when 2021, that's when he came in through and managed to take Spurs to the Champions League. These players that Spurs brought in are the ones that really elevated the team to go to the next level and really win the 4th spot. Remember, Arsenal, we are so much into the pole position to really qualify for the Champions League that season. Guess what happened? They never got in players in January after losing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and strengthening in other areas. So, Spurs got in Kulusevski, Declan, and Bentancur, and those 2 players really had to revolutionize this midfield of Spurs, and especially Kulusevski, who really went ahead to become part of that threatful front 3. Kane, Son Heung-min, and Kulusevski, they are really deadly, and he complemented the front 3 of Spurs a lot to an extent that their attacking prowess was really multiplied by like 10, because he really has a lot of pace, a lot of energy, and he has assists and goals onto him. So we welcome him permanently to Spurs and wish him the best under Postecoglou. That's it. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section, tell me your thoughts about Declan Rice deal entering crucial days, confirmed as by Fabrizio Romano. What do you make about Eden Hazard? Would you want him to retire from the game of football, or you would want him to give us one more last dance? And lastly, what do you make about Kulusevski? Here we go, and obviously signing for Tottenham Hotspur. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later, my lovely mates. I'm out.